Hola guys and girls, and welcome to ICBA Season 2 Week 1. The International Competitive Battling Association is starting right now, and we are up versus the Tasmanian Toxicroaks, coached by none other than MaxRapture. So, before we go into the whole team matchup shenanigans process, of course, shout out to my Jenna and my recording guy for this week, because like you know, it's a Wi-Fi league, same with GBA. Without the help of someone joining my team or recording my match, I wouldn't be able to go, first of all, compete in a league like this, and second of all, record these matches for you. So shout out go to Iceolate for recording this match for me. He's actually coach of this league as well, so definitely check him out. His stuff will be in the description. Same goes for the guy joining my team, which is Heavy Metal Pokemen. Definitely give him a look as well. If you're a fan of Wi-Fi league content on my channel, at least give this guy a look. The links will be in the description. That's the one thing you can do to thank me and to thank them for being able to put up this content for you guys. Maybe they surprise you, maybe you like them and you can let this up and all this good stuff, but at least give them a chance and give them a look. That's all I'm asking for you if you're a fan of Wi-Fi league content on my channel, of course it is. But that's all for the usual shoutouts. Let's look at team matchup, and like you probably saw, there's no team builder for this. Usually I like to do team builder for Wi-Fi leagues, like you know, from the GBA and stuff like that. But last week, well, I was gone basically. I was gone over the weekend for vacation. I had friends visiting over for a time, so I didn't have time to record and stuff like that. That's why my channel was basically dead. No videos there, barring the ICBA draft analysis. If you follow my Twitter, you of course know that. But yeah, that is the explanation why there's no team build for the ICBA this week. I will start doing them for following weeks, so you can look forward to that. But for this week, I will just go with the standard team preview thing I do at the beginning of Wi-Fi battles. But if you want to go more in detail about the stats, like what the spreads are, why these items, why these moves, just ask in the comments and I can answer you that. Usually I would answer this, of course, on Team Builder, where you can get the whole thinking process of the team and stuff like that. But if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. It's just for this week, basically, because it's a Team Builder. I hope you can, endure that. But okay, that's enough of that. Let's dive into team preview. I brought the Latios, the Roserade, Skarmory, Diggerspin, Melodica, Blaziken. He brought the Celesteela, Porygon Z, Quillfish, Mega Altaria, Raikou, and Mamoswine. My Latios is an Expert Battle set with Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Psyshock, and Recover. Roserade is Scarf with Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Hidden Power, Fire, and Spikes. My Skarmory is specially defensive with the Volcan Berry, with Iron Head, Whirlwind, Spikes, and Roost. Diggersby, Assault Vest with Frustration, Quick Attack, U-Turn, and Fire Punch. Melodic, physically defensive with Scald, Ice Beam, Mirror Coat, and Recover. And last but not least, we got my Blaziken, which is Element with the Firium Z, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, and Poison Jab, and of course, Protect. Because it's a Speed Boost Blaziken. In case you're the first time you're seeing the SBA, this is actually a Speed Boost Blaziken. But okay, looking at team preview, first of all, I'm very happy to not see Nehalego. This thing was a huge threat to my team. I couldn't really prepare too much for Nehalego. Like all my checks and counters respectively probably just go down because it's one of his Z captains. So if you run the right Z moves, they can just run through my team. It's the one thing I had the Volcan Barrier and Skarmory for, because that of course is not really helping with Raikou, because I can't really hurt that back because I only have Iron Head, and even Brave Bird won't do much to a Raikou. So very happy to see that. A bit surprised to see the Quillfish, was not expecting that. But seeing the Quillfish makes me think that he probably wants to hazard stack me as well, which is my plan as well, because I have a Spiker and a Rocker with him. So that is a bit annoying, because I have no hazard removal, of course, on my own, because I want to hazard stack him, because he had no hazard removal as well. Like you see on the team, he has no hazard removal. So that's why I want to hazard stack from the start. But it seems he has the same plan as me. So main priority from the beginning of the game is to not allow the Quillfish to stand hazards. Our full team, Raikou, I don't know where he is. Altaria, probably Dragon Dance with Fire Blast for my Skarmory. Then Celesteela could be physically defensive for more for my Diggersby, could be more specially defensive for my Latios. Then Porygon Z is difficult as well. Might be Scarfer. Like he definitely has one Scarfer on his team, which is faster than a max speed Blaziken, because the speed was so there. So it's either Scarf Porygon or Scarf Raikou. Might be Scarf Mamoswine as well, but then he goes for the speed type, which is not very likely. And the only priority he brought as well is Ice Shard on Mamoswine. So one of them will be Scarf to check my Blaziken. And then Quillfish, like I said, I just expect the lead set with like Taunt, Sash, Spikes, Explosion, stuff like that. I don't really see what Quillfish really does with my team, barring lead, setup hazards, taunt, and explosion, stuff like that. I don't really see it having another job. And then last but not least, we got the Raikou, which could be many things. Could be Assault Vest for my special threats, could be just Scarf, because it's a Scarf on the team, could be Specs, could be Calm Mind. Right, I have to scout around Raikou. Like, Of course, it's gonna be a special attacker with like most likely Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, Volswitch, Thunderbolt. Might be having the HBIs if he doesn't want to play like Mind Games with my Latios going for Shadow Ball with the bigger speed switch in. So he might have HBIs on there, but yes, maybe Calm Mind, maybe Substitute. Raikou has a lot of options, but of course only always a fast special attacker with electric coverage. But yeah, that's enough of team preview. Let's go into the game. And looking at his team, of course, like I said, I want to prevent him as best as possible to set up hazards with his Quill Stage. So I decided to leave him Latios because of speed, and I can OHKO with Psyshock. Or if he's Psyshock goes 2 hit KO him, and he only gets 1 layer of spike stuff. And other than that, my Latios has a very nice matchup with a lot of his team. The only thing I'm really scared of would be the Mega Altari, because I can't kill that from full of Ice Beam, or the Mamoswine. And to both, I have the Mega Altari I not really have a good switch in. Initial switch in, I would probably just go to my Melody, because that's my general response on the team. But to Mamoswine, I have a great switch in into my Skarmory, which I basically have nothing to worry about what Mamoswine wants to do with Skarmory. But either way, like I said, I want to lead with Latios mainly to prevent the Quill Switch from setting up. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And yeah, let's see how the battle goes. Let's take a sip of my energy drink. Because I'm recording this decently late because I just got back from vacation and I need to get up on Monday. And actually, I'm recording on Monday as well. This battle will be probably up in an hour or something like that after editing. But yeah, I leave the Latios. German Race, he decides to leave with Gypsy, which is his Celesteela. And right here, I just pause right away. I just want to scout right here. There's nothing that Celesteela can do that can OHKO me, and I have Expert Bell Thunderbolt. So I would just go for that. I would just want to scout basically what this Celesteela is and what it wants to do and stuff like that. He goes straight for Protect, which mainly makes me think, okay, most likely has Leech Seed as well, because other than that, Protect is not very useful with me. But I still don't know if it's physically or specially defensive, so I just want to go for next Thunderbolt, because now I'm even less scared of this thing, because of stuff it can do to me. And from this damage, I can tell that he's definitely not specially defensive. That is a physically defensive Gypsy, and he goes for the Leech Seed, which is not too big of a problem. You will see a trend with Latios, because I want to bluff right from the start that this is a Scarf Latios, not Expert Bell. So I could kill him right here from Ice Beam, but I'm not going for that to hit potential Mamoswine harder. I'm just spamming Thunderbolt right here, because there's always a chance that he just goes for Protect, and then he would right away see that I'm not Scarf and I would get nothing from it. So I just go for another Thunderbolt right here, hitting the incoming Raikou right here. And from the damage, I can tell not really anything. Like, this is such little damage, especially after Leech Seed recovery. He could still be Assault Nest. It doesn't tell me anything basically versus Raikou, sadly. But right here, I am gonna switch out. I don't want to take HBIs. I don't want to reveal yet that I'm not Scarf because of Psyshock on the staying in, because I could take an HBIs or Shadow Ball from here and get a lot of damage with Psyshock, but like I said, I want to play the bluff game. So I go into my initial switch in, which is my Digger Speed, which can take any hit from this. Is not triggered by anything barring the Specs Aura Sphere. He goes for the Hidden Power, and that, of course, is Hidden Power Ice. Would have loved him going for Shadow Ball right here. But yeah, sadly we are not lucky with that. I decided for Frustration, because there's no switch into this. His only normal resist is the Celesteela, and after the Frustration damage, he is in range of Fire Punch. So there is nothing to worry about there. He has some good damage on the Celesteela, and now he's in range of Fire Punch, so I can just go for it and kill it. But he has the Orca Berry, so it's actually not in range of Fire Punch. But if I get a good roll, I can still kill him, and I don't get it wrong. He is like on 1 HP, so it was a roll right here, even with Orca Berry. Sadly, I don't get it, but he thankfully only goes for Leech Seed, which is like not big problem. Like, I would have hated more if he goes for like Heavy Slam, because I still need health on my Digger Speed to take on the Raikou. I still want to have enough health to take 1 Aura Sphere, so that's why I would prefer getting Leech Seed over getting Heavy Slam. But yeah, right here I switch out all the potential Protect, because like I said, I need health on my Digger Speed, so I don't want to stay in on another Leech Seed round. I still want enough health to take on the Raikou. He indeed goes for Protect, and I have my Latios once again in, and now he is in range of Psyshock, so we'll just go for that. Even if he goes for Protect, he has no good switches to Psyshocks anymore. His only resist to that was the Celesteela, and that is from here in range of Psyshock, because from the Digger Speed damage, I can tell that he's max physically defensive, otherwise he wouldn't be able to lift the Fire Punch, even with the Orca Berry. So yeah, Gypsy goes down right here, and that is the first kill going to us, and we are ahead. Latios having a kill, and Latios being a huge threat to his team in general. Right here, he decides to go into his Mamoswine. Of course, I don't want to stay in, and I have a prime switch into my Skarmory, because even if it's Skarmory basically doesn't care what Mamoswine wants to do with it. So I just switched that right here in. He goes for the knockoff, making me think he might be Scarf, or maybe he's Assault Nest, guaranteed living a hit, stuff like that. But he goes for safe knockoff, which is fine. I get rid of my Competetive, which I don't really need, and I can use this chance to get up my rocks, because there's nothing he can do to KO me from this range. So yeah, I get my rocks. He decides to switch out into his Raikou, which is a fine play, of course. Raikou being a decently big threat versus my team, but I can finally get him rocks, and the hazard stack well, Scizor stack tactic is going to roll basically. Roll out. He's not going into Squirfish yet, so I'm a bit surprised what actually the Squirfish is doing with my team. But yeah, I decided to go out here to go into my Roserade, which can take any hit, and because I'm Scarf, I will outspeed, either confirming that he's Scarf as well, or I will basically, what you call it, get a lot of recovery with Giga Drain, making that he can't kill me even with extra sensory. So I go for Giga Drain here, he stays in, he's not Scarf with that, confirmed, he's not Assault Vest from that damage. So we'll see what he is, and he switched up moves, so he's not Assault Vest, he's not Scarf, he's not Leftovers, and there's a, I don't really know if like a Berry would make sense, like he could be Sugar Berry versus my Blaziken to like take a, what you call it, take an Earthquake or something like that, but that really doesn't make sense either. He goes right here into his Squirfish, now I want to pause right here. Squirfish goes of course to Intimidate, let me pause once the screen is fine as well. Boom, there we go. So he goes on Squirfish versus my confirmed Scarf Roserade into a Giga Drain. I thought like for sure he would go into his Altaria right here, because Altaria doesn't give a fuck about the Giga Drain from Roserade. I was very confused why he did go into his Squirfish right here, and my main idea was like there's nothing which Squirfish does to kill me after Giga Drain recovery. It could be Scarf, Scarf, what you call it? Scarf Squirfish, but then he wouldn't be able to kill me either. And I thought like maybe he just wants to get up like one layer of Spike before going down, because I definitely 2 KO with Giga Drain, like even if he's max Competetive. And he can't be Rindo Berry because also effectively. So I was very confused what this Quillfish is doing right here on screen, that I decided to just go for Giga Drain and like let him set up his hazards and get rid of Quillfish for free. Like I asked why not? Why not? I'm first time I was playing Max, so I have no idea what kind of player is really sacrifices Quillfish for Spike, because to be fair, Quillfish not doing much versus my team. Firing get a cheeky and Intimidate or something. But he reveals the bounce. And like you will see right here, actually bounce is not the two-turn move yet. He has the power up and goes to bounce as well, and he kills me. So yeah, I actually lied to you guys. There is a move. This crit didn't matter if he was max attack element, that is, or Jolly even. If he's max attack, that crit didn't matter. But yeah, I actually lied to you guys. There is a move which can Oko my Roserade even after Giga Drain recovery, and that is wider bounce. And I gotta say, that is some fancy prep on his part. Like the only thing with power bounce hits is my Roserade. Like nothing on my team is weak to flying by Roserade. But to be fair, my Blaziken is, but that gets hit harder by a Waterfall. So yeah, he was pretty sure I was bringing Roserade, and he was pretty sure that I would stay in versus Quillfish once he brings it in, and that definitely worked out. I was definitely baffled by that. Did not expect that at all, and yeah, props to him for having that plan working out in his favor. But this giving me a free switch into my Latios, and I can once again friend something with Fire Shock, basically killing anything that wants to switch in. Anything is 2 KO'd. He decides to just sack his Quillfish because like most likely Quillfish was not doing much with my team. Seeing that it did the bounce power thing, it was probably the only thing he expected from his Quillfish as well. So yeah, that gets sacked. He now goes into his Candy Powers, which is his Mega Altaria. I was sure he would go either into his Mamoswine, scare me out once again, or something else. But now is the chance. The whole time I was not changing up moves with my Latios. I was switching out the whole time before switching up moves. So this is my chance to reveal that I'm actually not Choice Scarf, because an extra good Ice Beam after 25% rocks damage, you can see right here, is a guaranteed kill even on an offensive Mega Altaria, and that's what I'm going right here for. Because my Roserade is dead, I can't allow this thing to set up. Once it goes to +1, I have nothing to speed, and my only priority is quick attack on Digger Speed, which he's of course not in range yet for, but he will be in range after the Ice Beam if he's Spidef. But like you see from this damage, he's actually offensive, and my bluff seems to have worked out, because even if he was max Spidef, he was in range of quick attack, so I couldn't even afford to switch out right here. But yeah, we get rid of the Mega Altaria for free, which is very, very nice. And right here he goes into Raikou once again. And yeah, nothing this Raikou has can Oko me. And I said just stay in and go for the Side Shock, because why not? Giving Latios more kills. Already has 3 in this game. But right here, you will reveal what his item is, and it's actually Z Crystal. And from this post, you can tell he actually has the never-ending Nightmare on his Raikou. So yeah, that will of course Oko my Latios. Sadly, John Wings not putting in more work than it already has. It did put a lot of work, but would love to just kill this Raikou, because if nothing on the Steam Wall Scarf, my Latios could have just swept from here. But yeah, he has never ending Nightmare. Was not really expecting that after seeing the HPIs. I was pretty sure he would bring Shadow Ball or the HPIs, and because he was shiny as well, there was a chance that he was Aura Sphere. So yeah, but he had the Shadow Ball and was able to Oko me. But this gives me Sweet Fish into my chat once again, and I can just fire off Frustration right here, basically granting me a kill, because everything dies in Frustration plus Quick Attack from this range. And yeah, he decides to sack this Raikou, going for the last ditch HPIs, and I can kill the Raikou with my Digger Speed. Now he only has 2 ones left. which are the Mamoswine and the PZ. Mamoswine only go for knockoff so far, so I have no idea what this Mamoswine actually is. I switch out right here into my Skarmory because that's still a prime switch in, and Diggersby can still be useful for the quick attack priority in case it's a Scarf, Porygon Z, or like an Agility Porygon Z or something like that. He right here goes for the Ice Shard, basically proving to me that he's actually not Scarf. Or he was scared of quick. Now he wouldn't be scared of quick attack. But yeah, like he said, he does not switch up moves right here. Goes for the Acid Crash. And yeah, I decide to go for just for the Iron Head right here because the only thing I can lose this game if that is actually it is an agility what's it called? I let pause right here because I need to talk a bit more. It is an agility PZ. Other than that, I basically have the game in the bag because I have 4 months left. This Mamoswine is now in range of my Blaziken with regular Flare Blitz, and then the PZ is in range of a Fire Z Flare Blitz. So it's basically G with Blaziken. The only thing that needs to happen right now is that he kills me with the second Iceolate Crash, so that's why I didn't go for Roost right here. I just want to damage on him to bring him in range of regular Flare Blitz, so I can have my Z move for the PZ. And yeah, it's basically G. I can just sacrifice my Skarmory right here before the Iceolate Crash, but he actually misses, and that got my heart a bit, my heart sank right here because this actually opens the door for him to win if his PZ is agility, because now I'm in a bitter 50-50 because I don't know yet what his set is. So let me pause it right here. I don't know what his set is. If he's agility, he gets set up with me because only Iron Head, and I can't whirlwind him out because his PZ is his last move. So if he's agility, I would have to hard switch into my I mean, there was nothing I could do if he's whirlwind. Even if I hard switch into my Blaziken, the only thing I could do if he's agility is like go into my Melodic and hopefully beat it down. But if he has Thunderbolt and Nasty Plot, this thing can still win. Basically, I'm in a very bad scenario if this is a setup PZ because my Skarmory can't deal with it, and switching anything else in might be problematic as well because Scald is not doing too much to this thing, and I can't Mirror Coat on the setup move. And if I switch into Blaziken on an attack and it dies, I basically have nothing really to revenge kill this thing either, because Diggersby is of course outsped even by a regular PZ. So I'm a bit of a picker right now, and I'm thinking, okay, what is the right course of action? And I'm thinking, okay, this is most likely Scarf. That's like at the end of my thinking, I thought, okay, looking at his team, he had the Raikou, not Scarf. Celestia was of course not Scarf. The Mamoswine was not Scarf. It did switch up moves as well. The Mega Altari of course can't be Scarf, and no Scarf on his team. And like I said, most likely one of his mons which can outspeed Max Speed Blaziken at +1 will be, or Max Speed Blaziken will be the Scarfer, so it can still outspeed a Max Speed Blaziken at +1. So I thought, okay, I have to decide for something. The game might end by my decision right here, but I decide, okay, this is most likely a Scarfer. I just stay in, go for Iron Hand for damage, and then I get a free switch into my Blaziken. So that's what I'm gonna do. He goes for the download, gets special attack roll, so he's not in death ability, he's at +1 right here. And he goes for the Tri Attack. So that doesn't tell me anything right here because Tri Attack definitely would kill me at +1, even if he's like, if he's Scarf or something like that. So he did outspeed me, and right here I go into my Blaziken. And now it's time to shine basically. I go for the Protect right here, because if his Tri Attack has a chance to kill me if he's modest. If he's not modest, I'm guaranteed to lift this Tri Attack. If he is modest though, I guaranteed outspeed him at +1 speed after the Protect, so I can open, get no damage, and basically get better differential right here. So I decide to go for the Protect versus the Porygon right here, so I can either outspeed him or still guarantee take the Tri Attack and then kill him as well. If he was shown to be agility right here, that would still been scary, but I decided after I had my mindset that this is most likely Scarf, I decided to play with that, and like here we can see right here, my suspicion was correct. This indeed is Scarf Porygon, and because he didn't outspeed me, he did outspeed me, he is proven to be timid. And yeah, my heart sank a little bit with Terra, but like you can see right here, I can actually fire off my Z move because for style points, yeah, I always have to go for Z moves, and in regular flavors wouldn't even be a guaranteed OHKO, and yeah. So I can fire off my Inferno Overdrive, and that is the first win of week 1 in the ICBA. We actually win 3-0 versus the Tasmanian Toxicroaks and MaxRapture. So yeah, there the health goes down. Definitely GG to Max. That end game was a bit scary, and I potentially could have actually lost this game still, even with my huge lead, if he was a setup variant of his Porygon and he played his cards correctly. But thankfully, he was a Scarf one. He did save his Scarf for last, and yeah, that's basically what I can expect a lot of from my teams, of my opponent's teams, that I have at least one Scarfer. which can outspeed a Blaziken at +1, because speed with Blaziken is just such a huge threat for this team that you basically always need something at least to revenge kill it, even if Blaziken is already at +1, because other than that, you basically get swept if you don't have strong priority. And thinking that his only priority was Ice Shot -1. The Scarfa was very lightly, let's say that. Of course, he had like stuff like the wider bounced Quillfish, so I can't really use terms like most likely was Max right here. He likes to get creative, it seems. So, but yeah, that was the match. Of course, let me know what you thought of the match in the comments. Definitely check out Max, his stuff with the description. We're starting 1-0 into ICBA Season 2. Of course, we are aiming for the cup once again in this league. I mean, the first time in this league, but once again, in general, in Draft League, we are aiming for the cup. But yeah, that's all from me. I hope you enjoy. I will see you another time. Ciao.